What's up, guys? Legolando here.
And Gar right here.
And this is a brand new video podcast that we're going to be doing each week. Today is May 8th, 2017. I don't even know why I needed to look at the date. I messed up on the date last time and got it corrected. And now I had to look at the date again.
I'm proud of you. You got it right.
I forgot. Anyway, this is the Geekly Weekly, and we're going to talk about all things gaming, entertainment related, but the sky is kind of the limit when it comes to our podcast. So, we'll talk about just about anything. So we'll geek out on it, right?
Who knows? Who knows what's going to be next?
Right. But today we have a few topics to discuss, more gaming focused. We have E3 coming out next month, starting June 10th, and we'll be talking a little more about that later on. But first things first, we have to get down to the real king of news right now. Last week we had a reveal trailer for Darksiders 3, along with some early gameplay footage. If you guys have not seen that, please, we'll leave the links in the description down below. Go check that out over at IGN and see what you think. Come back to us. Hit that pause button.
Because spoilers will be ahead.
Spoilers are coming.
We warned you.
Exactly. Anyway, if you have not hit that pause button and you've already seen the trailer, cool. We're going right to it. Darksiders 3, I'll kick it over to Gar over here.
Oh, man, that trailer was amazing. I'm not going to lie. Finally glad they're making another one. It's been, 5 years already?
5 years.
Can't believe they're already making another one. I'm so glad they're finally doing it. Hope they do another one as well, too. Let's go ahead and get all 4 of them done.
Let's do, and then when we're 40 years old, Darksiders 27, right?
27, jeez.
27. We'll have many more.
Many more.
Many more.
But anyway, if you have not played it, I'm like Lego over here. He's going to play it, hopefully.
I'll get to it.
Let's hope so.
I'm playing Prey right now, and I'm addicted. No, I'll get to it.
Good.
I haven't had time. I haven't had 5 years. I haven't had 26 years.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But if you have not played it, I'll kind of give you a backstory because the people that played it mostly already know what's going on. So the first one, you play as War, where he accidentally restarts the apocalypse by answering the call, but apparently something went wrong.
He messed up.
Yeah.
You done messed up, Aaron.
He messed up horribly. He thought all 7 were broken, but apparently only 6 were broken, and he started the fight between heaven and hell on earth. So that's why you see him chained up in the trailer of Darksiders 3, because the Chart Council brings him in. You messed up. He got fixed and everything. So in the first game, you kind of figure out how War fixes a problem that he started. And in the second one, you play as Death, which is his brother, and you kind of see what his side of the story is.
Was he the youngest one?
Oh, yeah. War was the youngest one. I think Death's kind of like the middle-aged one.
Okay.
And you kind of see what Death's side of the story was, why War was in the Chart Council's control, and he's trying to fix his problem that he started. So Death's trying to help his brother and also trying to save humanity at the same time. So this will be interesting to see how the third one is where it's gonna be at and everything.
Yeah. And in the trailer, we get to see a little bit, not a whole lot, but we obviously can take some information from it. You're playing as Fury,
yes,
in the third one, which is one of the 4 horsemen. She's the only female in the 4 horsemen.
Yes,
correct. So it's kind of interesting that they didn't wait to Darksiders 4 maybe to use her.
Yeah.
Get through all the 3 brothers first and then use. But you know what? I'm pretty excited about it. Not gonna lie.
Oh yeah.
So this is the first main female character.
Yes.
Okay. And we saw in the trailer that there was a whip involved that she used as her main weapon, right?
That's be really interesting to see how this whip mechanic works and everything.
I think it looks sweet.
I don't know. I like also how her hair kind of reacts to what she does as well too.
Yeah, I saw something about that.
That was pretty cool. We watched an IGN video on that and kind of see how when she's fighting, her hair kind of like changes and everything. It's pretty cool to see how that works out.
Yep. And then she takes on like various forms, and it grants her new unlocks, abilities, weapons, and moves. So, as a person that has not played it, I definitely more and more into getting the series started. Super pumped about it. They have a release date for 2018.
Yeah, unfortunately,
Correct.
2018, but I can wait. We can all wait a little longer. We've waited already 5 years.
Well, we're gonna have to.
Yeah.
Right.
We've already waited 5 years. What's one more year gonna hurt? You know.
Yeah. And another reason why we've waited so long, or Darksiders fans have waited so long, is because after the second one was released, THQ went out of business. They went bankrupt.
I was shocked to hear that they had a video on IGN where they had the whole crew talk about it and everything. I was kind of I was wondering why there wasn't one for so long, but
Yeah, I had no idea. I had no idea the publisher THQ went bankrupt.
Yeah,
I thought
I
they
know.
were still a thing.
yeah, like no one knew. I guess
That's why I haven't seen THQ published any games in a while.
I guess that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense. But Nordic actually took the rights to THQ, and now they are called THQ Nordic, along with a new developer for the game, Gunfire Games. But it is basically the same developers from Vigil
Yes. So it's
under a new name.
so it's mostly all the people from Vigil, or most of them, went with what Gunfire, and they started their own
Right.
new company. So it's
Right. So basically, it's going to be another Darksiders game for you.
the same people are making the third one. So it's great.
It's going to have a great feel to it.
Even-
We are super excited about it. I will promise you guys, promise you, Gara, I will get that series started here soon. I have plenty of time to complete it.
You have over a year, so let's hope you get it done.
Right. And we'll probably see a little more footage at E3 this year, starting in June. Speaking of E3, we're actually going to talk about some big E3 news. Not really big E3 news, just we're excited about it. So we're gonna talk about
it's
it.
E3. Everyone's
It's
excited about E3.
it's very exciting, but with Gunfire Games and THQ Nordic announcing Darksiders 3 a little over a month before the actual conference, which is very surprising because most people wait to announce their games at E3. For the most part, especially ones we haven't heard about.
Yeah, so it's kind of surprising to see like a month in advance, where it's like they're going to go ahead and show you this, and so then I guess so you don't forget about it. So like,
right, because obviously every year we get bombarded with new games at E3.
yeah, you get new games, new systems, new just anything that happens, just everything.
And sometimes it's overwhelming. You forget about it. I think it was actually really great that they kind of announced it beforehand, and then I think we'll see more. I think we'll see.
I'm
more
hoping they have at least another trailer or just some more gameplay of it.
I think it was just them saying, "Hey, we're back. We're back.
It's kind of what it seems like. Where
we're back and we're rocking." Right?
They're like, "Hey guys, I know you haven't seen us in a while, but we
Right.
do have a game here. It's on the way."
Right. So E3 starts June 10th. As far as the very first conference, EA starts it. I think they kick it off at 3 p.m. Eastern time. And that following day, Microsoft does theirs. They actually moved theirs from Monday to Sunday this year.
Kind of nice.
Yeah. I mean, earlier the better, right? I want to.
Oh yeah, we can go ahead and see all the Microsoft news before
Exactly.
Sony has their stuff out.
Yeah, and Sony owns Monday, right? And then you still got Bethesda. They haven't announced the time for that, but that'll be on Sunday as well with Microsoft. Ubisoft doesn't have any announcements quite yet on that. Nintendo as well. And Activision, as we all know, didn't have a conference last year, but considering they have some big games coming out this year, I think we might see maybe a conference this year. Who knows? Maybe a panel. I don't know.
Who knows?
And then PC gaming shows coming back this year. So
Excited for that. I'm a new PC gamer, so I'm really excited.
We are all excited. All PC gamers are excited for that. But speaking of all the conferences and the times and stuff, what's your favorite? What's your most excited conferences to watch this year?
Every year
What are you most excited for?
I'm always excited every year for Microsoft. I love to see, I know they announce a lot of games, but I like to see always what Microsoft does and everything, especially what Scorpio being released as. Where you can see
Scorpio's
how
a
that
big one.
machine's going to run.
I think it's going to look great.
Every year, I do also watch Sony, so I'd like to see what Sony's going to do. I know they have some more games as well, too, but it'd be interesting to see other stuff they haven't announced yet.
Right.
And then my last other big one is always Bethesda, because...
Bethesda's always good.
Yes, you cannot go wrong with Bethesda.
Great company. Great games.
Yes, great
Right.
games. What about you, Lego? What do you think?
Well, Microsoft as always. I'm always pumped for Microsoft. I kind of, I'm ready to see Scorpio out in the wild and see the final look of it, and hopefully we'll get all the news for Scorpio at E3. We've already gotten some.
Yes.
I think they are releasing news here and there, so they are not like specifically talking about Scorpio the entire conference, because we don't want to hear about Scorpio the entire conference.
Yeah, we want to know a little bit about it, maybe like when it comes out and everything.
And I think Xbox and I think Microsoft they realize that, and that's why they're kind of putting out this information a little beforehand, each step of the way towards E3. That way we kind of know about it. They don't have to talk about it a crap ton.
They can just sum up, the basics, and then go straight into the game.
Then show the actual, hardware. Show the hardware, and be done with it. And because we all want to know about the games, and
yes, that's
we only know of a few games from Microsoft so far this year. And I was watching a couple of interviews with Phil Spencer on YouTube, and he was saying that they got plenty of these exclusives that they're going to announce at E3 that we don't know about. So we might be hit with several curveballs. Who knows?
Oh yeah, that'd be sweet to see all the new exclusive games for Scorpio and everything.
Right, and hopefully with the disaster that was Scalebound.
Oh man,
being announced way too early, and eventually getting canceled because it did not meet expectations.
Unfortunate news.
I think hopefully that is why we haven't heard that many exclusives, is the fact that they're going to announce it closer to the actual release date, like future exclusives.
Yeah. So instead of having it pretty early and realizing, it didn't work out,
right.
So
right. And then I'm actually pumped for Sony's conference this year because they have a lot of great games coming out. Really two in particular to me that really stood out was Spider-Man. I mean, we saw that last E3.
Oh, yeah.
So hopefully we get a huge in-depth gameplay of Spider-Man. And then Days Gone is another one that looks really exciting, post-apocalyptic. Zombie games.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how the concept of the zombies go for them, because we've had a lot of zombie games down the road. So
right.
Interesting to see how they do it.
So I'm super excited about that. And then, like you said, I think we're on the same page as far as conferences go. And, I think Bethesda, it was announced last year that they're doing a Fallout VR game, right?
Yes. That would be interesting to see. Was it Fallout 4, I think it was?
It was Fallout 4 VR. And I heard something about Doom VR, which that sounds crazy.
Too intense for me. I don't know if I'm going to do that one.
I would definitely do it if I could ever get the money for a VR headset.
If only we had the money.
Yeah, here's $600. Give me that VR headset, please. But yeah, I think I read, it's been a while, but I heard that they were working with Microsoft actually, with Fallout 4 for a VR. So maybe we'll see a VR headset announced for Xbox as well.
That'd be interesting to see that. Just a little release.
I know they've done things with like mixed reality and all that, so it'll be interesting. And then I mean, I'm gonna watch most of everything. Yeah, all the conferences. So.
I usually watch all of it every year. Just like to see all the games come out.
Yeah, those are definitely three I'm excited for as well. So we were pretty much on the same page on that. Some of the games that have already been announced, obviously the bigger ones, Battlefront 2, Star Wars, and Destiny 2, new Call of Duty,
Sea of Thieves.
Oh,
that looks great.
Looks great. We were watching a bunch of that last night.
It was.
And they, if you guys have not seen Sea of Thieves, or you never really heard about it, you have seen it, go watch the new one that just came out.
It's on IGN, right?
No, it was not on IGN. Actually, I don't remember. I will leave the link in the description down below.
Yes.
with the video, and it was actually Phil Spencer was in it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
So
one
it's
we watched last
the
night.
Xbox one. Yeah. So.
Yeah, so it looked sweet.
Yes.
Like it was like a open world MMO pirate game. It just looks sweet.
All them pirates out there, we have an MMO finally for us.
I mean it's definitely going to be great to play with friends.
Yes.
But yeah, that's some of the games that are announced. Plenty more. Darksiders, obviously. Red
Yes.
Dead 2, Last of Us Part 2. Maybe a. I think God of War is going to be there.
Yeah, I'm sure they're gonna have something on that.
I'm pretty sure it's announced. So, anyway, as we're talking about games, I'm super excited about all those games that are being announced, and along with the announced games, we have games that maybe or games or news that might come up at the conference that we don't know yet. And we're gonna make some of our craziest predictions, along with some predictions that we're gonna take our safe predictions to our most bizarre predictions. Yes. We limited the top 3. We could have done a top 10 because we had so many, but God, we just go on forever.
I think top 3 would be good for right
top
now.
3 though. So we're gonna go back and forth with our third, and the second, and the first, starting with Garo, the third one.
I'm hoping, because this game's been announced for 3 years at least. So Kingdom Hearts 3, hope they have a release date on that, because they've been talking about that forever. So
I think this year's the year.
I don't care if they have gameplay. Just give us a date.
Well, we do care.
I mean, I would love to have gameplay as well too, but all I want right now is just a release date so the hype train can start going again, because we've been stopped for a while, because it's like 3 years of nothing. We haven't heard much about it. It's like, give us a release date, please.
Exactly.
What about you, Lego? What's your third?
Third one, it's pretty safe to say, which I was literally just talking about it, was God of War.
Yeah.
I think we'll get a reveal date for when it's actually going to come out, and I think it's coming out this holiday. Prediction.
Think also gameplay as well too. There's
mind blown. Yeah, definitely.
Gameplay.
I think we're gonna get heavy gameplay. But I wanted to see it come out this year.
God of War series.
I think
really
it's
great.
more safe than some of the other predictions I have.
Yeah.
So I mean, it is what it is. But
yeah,
I think God of War is gonna be announced with a date and lots of gameplay and holiday. November. Do you want me to go crazy and do an actual date?
Just go. Yeah, say a date.
All right.
Go date. Name a date.
And we're gonna come back to this, right? If it is.
Come back to this. You heard it first. If Lego gets the date, you heard it first right here.
I should look at a calendar because most games come on Tuesdays. So give me a second. I have to look. I gotta be somewhat safe, right?
Yeah, might as well, right?
So we have November.
And you guys watching this, you can go ahead and throw some of your predictions down for when
absolutely.
God of War comes out, and also your other crazy predictions.
Absolutely. Any comment or any predictions you have, something, games you want to see, announcements or news you want to see, throw it down in the comments. Tell us what you think. We want to hear from you guys.
Yes.
So November. Okay, so November 28th.
28th.
November 28th.
He says November 28th for God of War.
Yeah, I'm gonna be safe and go on a Tuesday. Some games are starting to release on Fridays now, but
if you heard it first here, God of War,
November 28th.
28th.
We'll come back to this. Right?
Yes, come back here.
Number 2 for you, man.
It's kind of 2 games because it's made by the same company. It's gonna be either a new Fallout Vegas game or like a new Elder Scrolls game. I like to see if one of those 2 comes out. Because
I'm sure we all do. Actually.
Yeah. But me, I've always loved those are my 2 favorite games from Bethesda. It's Fallout and definitely Elder Scrolls. But I'd like for one of those 2 games to have a new game come out this year. Even though Elder Scrolls had new Morrowind DLC coming out.
Right.
We may not see Elder Scrolls, but maybe a new Fallout would be a good one.
Right. New Vegas 2, we all want it.
Yes.
All right. Well, most of us.
Yeah, not everyone may have liked it, but
yeah. Well, I loved it, and
everyone has their own opinions.
It had mixed feelings amongst the Fallout community, but I loved it.
Yeah. What about you? What's your number 2?
Number 2, I'm gonna go with. I keep switching mine. I'm just gonna stick with it.
Let's go ahead.
It's I'm gonna do Insomniac Sunset Overdrive 2 for Xbox, and it's gonna be a play anywhere, right?
Yes, it better be play anywhere.
Who knows?
Insomniac can play anywhere.
See, I went from safe to bizarre to more bizarre. So that's kind of how I went about it.
There's nothing wrong with having bizarre predictions.
Yeah, well, that's the fun of it.
Yes.
But Sunset Overdrive 2, 2018 probably. But last I've heard, Insomniac hasn't, started in any kind of development for the second one, because they said Microsoft has not really talked about it. So they just kind of waiting for Microsoft to say, hey, let's go, So hopefully we'll see that. Maybe it's on the DL,
Could be one of those exclusive games that it's going to be released for the Scorpio. Maybe.
Yeah.
Could be one of those secret ones that we've been talking about.
They'll throw it out at E3 and surprise us, right?
Yeah. They're going to be like, you wanted it. Here it is. Sunset Overdrive 2. Bam.
Right. And then your top most crazy bizarre pick. What's that prediction?
This probably won't happen this year. We have talked about this. I know you've thought about it as well too, but Halo 6 exclusively for. Oh, of course it is exclusive. Scorpio and play anywhere.
Make its way to PC.
Play anywhere for computers. I would love to see a Halo. It's probably not going to happen, but I would love to see a nice 30-second trailer or it's a teaser.
Right. It's just a cinematic trailer at least,
Yeah, just get a nice little tease going. You know what? It's coming. Give us some time, but here's something here for you right now.
And maybe if they do have some gameplay footage, show it running on Scorpio.
Oh my
or
God.
PC, just PC itself, because honestly, I really do think that Halo 6 will be a play anywhere. It's Microsoft Studios. I think it's
any game can mostly run on a computer. So if you can make it run on a Scorpio, I'm sure it can run on a computer.
Well, they can do it.
Yeah, they can do it.
It's been done. They're doing it right now.
Yeah,
that's not the question. It's more of will they allow it.
I'm hoping they do. We a lot of us are hoping. All big time Halo fans are definitely going to hope it is. But
I would love to play with some. I'd love to play keyboard and mouse.
Keyboard mouse for Halo, like old school Halo back then.
Running it on ultra settings and
It'll be all right. What's your crazy out of this world prediction for?
Well, you already know. I've already talked about you, but for you guys, and any old school Xbox OG fan, Fusion Frenzy.
2 or just?
Nope, not 2. Fusion Frenzy.
Fusion Frenzy, no 2s, no nothing.
No, I'm not talking about a remake. I'm talking about just reboot.
So just a reboot.
It's basically a reboot, and hopefully we'll see that someday. But
I'm hoping
that's my most crazy prediction is a new Fusion Frenzy announced at E3, along with 4 to 12 multiplayer.
At least 8 would be pretty cool.
Obviously, incorporate the online.
Yes, 8 to 12 for online.
Because Jesus Christ, that was one of the best.
Yes, it was
one of the best. For me, I mean, I was a lot younger then, but
it was a good party game.
It was a great party game.
Have a bunch of friends and hang out and just
it was
play Fusion Frenzy.
Exactly. It literally was Mario Party of Xbox.
Yes, it was. It was. If you didn't have a,
but honestly, I thought it was better than Mario Party. But that's just my personal opinion. Don't throw hate my way.
I love Mario Party.
Oh, I'm not saying I didn't. I'm just saying Fusion Frenzy was.
If I had to pick those two, oh man, it's really hard. I don't even know who I could choose. I mean, I love Mario Party and Fusion Frenzy.
Mario Party goes way back. I mean, but that was during a time those are just the simplicity games, I mean, don't get me wrong. Some of them were ridiculously crazy too.
They had some crazy stuff.
But it was all for it. Everyone.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All age groups. But I mean, I had a blast playing Mario Party. But man, Fusion Frenzy. There was some times for that game, and that's the crazy prediction for me.
All right.
Yeah, like I said, if you guys have crazy predictions, any kind of things you want to see at E3, let us know. Throw us down a comment.
And we'd love to see what you guys come up with, because maybe there might be some games that we've never thought about. Like, oh, I didn't think about that. For this year.
Exactly. And yeah, throw them in the comments. Give us a like. Subscribe to us if you like our channel. It's it's a brand new series that we're doing. And we're gonna keep at it. It was really fun. Really good first broadcast for us, and we had a blast. And thanks for tuning in, guys. Until next week, I'm Lego Lando.
This is Gara.
And thanks for watching us, guys.